I said, I will take heed to my ways, that I sin not with my tongue. I will keep my mouth with a bridle, while the wicked is before me. I was dumb with silence. I held my peace, even from good, and my sorrow was stirred. My heart was hot within me, while I was musing the fire burned. Then spake I with my tongue, Lord, make me to know mine end, and the measure of my days, what it is, that I may know how frail I am. Behold, thou hast made my days as an hail, and mine age is as nothing before thee. Verily, every man at his best state is altogether vanity. Surely every man walketh in a vain show. Surely they are disquieted in vain. He heapeth up riches, and knoweth not who shall gather them. And now, Lord, wait. My hope is in thee. Deliver me from all my transgressions. Make me not the reproach of the foolish. I was dumb. I opened not my mouth, because thou didst it. Remove thy stroke away from me. I am consumed by the blow of thine hand. When thou with rebukes dost correct man for iniquity, thou makest his beauty to consume away like a moth. Surely every man is vanity. Hear my prayer, O Lord, and give ear unto my cry. Hold not thy peace at my tears. For I am a stranger with thee, and a sojourner, as all my fathers were. Oh, spare me, that I may recover strength, before I go hence, and be no more. Psalm 39 is one of David's most contemplative and somber psalms. It's not a loud declaration, or a plea for victory. Aching reflection on life, suffering, and the reality that we are but a breath. David wrestles with grief, self-restraint, and the eternal perspective we all must embrace. This study will take you deep into the human experience through the lens of divine truth. I said, I will watch my ways and keep my tongue from sin. David begins by deciding to be silent before both God and man. Why? He knows that when emotions run high, our words can lead us astray. He is overwhelmed with grief and doesn't want to sin with his speech. Yet silence brings its own burden. The more he holds back, the more his sorrow burns within him. This passage reminds us that wisdom often includes waiting before speaking. Show me, Lord, my life's end and the number of my days. David asks God for a sobering truth. Help me realize how short my life is. He declares that our lives are a mere handbreadth, and everyone is but a breath. This echoes throughout Scripture, like in James 4:14. You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. Rather than depress us, this truth should humble and center us. Surely everyone goes around like a mere phantom. In vain they rush about. David critiques the frenzy of human busyness. We chase wealth, plans, and goals, yet never know who will enjoy the fruits of our labor. This verse cuts through the illusion of control. It reminds us that life without God is vanity, a chasing after wind. But now, Lord, what do I look for? My hope is in you. This is a turning point. Despite his lament, David does not sink into despair. He lifts his eyes and declares, My hope is in you, Lord. In the face of mortality, uncertainty, and sorrow, David places his trust, not in earthly things, but in God's eternal promises. Deliver me from all my transgressions. David acknowledges sin and not just suffering. He sees his trouble not merely as external injustice, but as a moment of divine discipline. He's silent, knowing that God is at work. This is mature faith, accepting correction and seeking cleansing rather than defending ourselves. You discipline everyone for their sin. You consume their wealth like a moth. David continues with strong language about God's rebuke. Wealth fades, strength fades, life fades. This section reminds us that God's discipline is not to harm us, but to draw us back to himself. Earthly treasures may rot, but the soul shaped by God's hand endures. I am a foreigner to you, a stranger, as all my ancestors were. David reflects on his temporary place on earth. He echoes the truth found in Hebrews 11, that the faithful are pilgrims and strangers, longing for a better country. This verse reminds us that the eternal kingdom is our true home. All else fades. Look away from me, that I may enjoy life again before I depart and am no more. David ends the psalm with what feels like a paradox. He asks God to turn away for a moment so he can regain strength. But he's not rejecting God, he's exhausted under divine discipline, yearning for relief. It's an honest, raw prayer and God welcomes that honesty. Even in pain, David continues to speak to the one he trusts most.